Hi everyone, it's Charles here. This is the part 6 of the assembly of the y-axis parts. In this part and next parts, I will it will show you guys how I assembled the the belts that is driving the support plates that you can see now. It's this step is again it's not a trivial step. You just need to when you attach the belts, you need to be careful about the length. For me, I follow the manual quite carefully, so I don't try to put how do I say it? Just put it this way: if you don't follow the manual precisely or closely, the belt you assemble might be too loose or too tight. In my case, I just follow the manual, and the final outcome is just right. So the belt is the tension is quite okay and quite tight, and it's just about right. Okay. Once the belt is connected to the support plates, and then when you move the support plate, you can feel that it's quite tight. At at this point, support plate is not attached to anything. When you drive it along the rails, it's smooth. But once it's attached to the belt and also to the step motor, then you can feel that it's very tight. Okay. What I was doing there is to loosen the four plastic printed parts that support the rods, to lose the screws, and then drive the support plate back and forth to self-align the installation of the two rods. And once you move the plates back and forth, then you can retighten the screws. You just need to follow the manual, and the manual will tell you exactly how to do it. Okay. what I was doing here is to install, I don't know how to call it. So basically, it's like a, it's not a bearing, but you try to attach a ring type metal to the step motor, and you need to screw that part into the shaft of the motor. So in a way that once the motor rotates, then that metal piece will drive the belt. So that's how it works. You also need to be aware of that, aware of the shaft. The shaft is not a cylindrical shape. It's a half of it is cylindrical. The other half is just a flat surface. And that metal part, that the ring part, there are two screws. One screw is to fasten onto the flat parts of the shafts. The other screw is to fasten on the circular shape, okay, of the shafts. So when I was trying to do that, I was reading the manual carefully. But I couldn't find any indication of any screws that's required. And later I found out that the screws are already attached to the metal ring, so you don't need to find any screws. It's already there. You just need to find the right size of the. You just need to pick the Allen key of the right size, and then just fasten the screws. With the belt assembly, you need to be careful. Just be aware of not to damage the belt. So that's very important. So with these 3D printed parts, the procedures tend to be repetitive. So basically, you first need to insert the nuts into those parts, okay? And then after that, either you fasten the piece to the frame or somewhere else. And after doing that, then you can put on the screws, okay? Again, when you're trying to insert the nuts into the 3D printed parts, just make sure that the nuts are pushed all the way in. As I mentioned in previous parts, I used the handle of the screwdriver as a hammer, and then I also used the Allen key as the hammerhead, just to drive the nuts into their holes. Okay. It can be quite difficult sometimes. So the belts are secured by screws. Okay, and the plastic acts like a clamp that you once you drive in the screws, and the belts just secured within that 3D printed part. That's the end of this part. I see you guys in the next part. Cheers.